All right, so packed up early, got on the road, made a phone call to one of my buddies who's here. So I'm gonna meet him a little bit, but I wanted to fish this creek right here. And I wanted to walk through kind of how I found it. Some of you guys wanted like a real world walkthrough, not just a how I find streams, like generic, like go to the internet and stuff. So this is what I did. When I was planning my trip about 6 months ago, I was on the internet researching. So I was on Google Maps, looking at Forest Service campgrounds, trailheads, things like that, just trying to get, basically looking for roads to get close to streams. And I found a trailhead next to a stream that I wanted to fish, and a campground, so I knew I had a good road. So I went to the Forest Service page. Usually when you're on Google Maps, there's a link, so it'll take you to the place. You can see some photos, things like that. I talked about that in the other video where I talk about finding streams and remote places and accesses. So when I was there, I found the one, read about it, wasn't really interested in it. But what I usually do is I'm on the Forest Service pages is I will zoom out on their maps and see if there are other trailheads or streams. When I did that, I found this other trailhead. So I went back to Google Maps and it wasn't on Google Maps. So I was like, huh, that sparks my interest. So I went back to the page and I screenshotted it, and I'm gonna read it to you. It says, this blank trailhead is accessed through private property off of this certain road. Be sure to close this certain ranch gate when traveling through. About a half mile past the gate, you'll find another gate, and this is where you can access the Forest Service. And in the Forest Service, you can fish the stream. Now, on the way in, there are plenty of places that say no hunting, no fishing, trespassers will be prosecuted, and you get tons of people telling you you can't fish and hunt here. But when I got into, I'll show you some of this stuff, and you'll see, here's one of the gates. That's where we're at. We're here. You can see all that over there is private property. But this is the beginning of the National Forest, and from here on it's public, so you can fish it. That's about the best real world scenario walkthrough that I can provide, and show you guys kind of what and how I go about finding streams. It's not easy, it takes a lot of work. A couple days ago I got stranded behind like one of these gates coming out, and they were all locked. Some of them are open, some of them are locked. It just depends. The one I found was supposed to be unlocked, and eventually I found that they had put the lock on it, but they didn't lock the gate. So if you were driving through and you saw a sign that said no through traffic, bridge out, and then you would probably turn around, I was like, I'm just gonna go ask for directions. And when I got there, there's nobody there, there was no bridge, and the gate had a lock on it, but it wasn't locked, so I left. But anyway, that's a pretty stream. Really hoping it has fish. Gonna go put my fishing clothes on and go find out, and we'll hopefully this video will be one of finding a stream with fish in it and not just how to find a blue line. We'll talk about it later. Okay, so I have my 7.5 foot 3-weight. 2-weight would be good here probably, without actually knowing the fish. But the size of the water looks like 2-weight water. Fishing about an 8-foot system altogether with 5X. It's a little foam ant. Let's go see if we can find some fish. Hey, I saw a fish right away. That's a good sign. Alright, well I know they're trotting there. Might switch up one of those little mayflies I'm seeing right there. Beautiful cutthroat. How awesome is that? Wow. That's cool. Just a blue line. I'm getting you, buddy. That makes it all worthwhile right there. How awesome is that? All right. So there are definitely fish in this stream. Let's see. Snack something on there. That's a good fish. Big old brown. There's a big fish right there. He won't take this. I'm gonna get the drift right, but maybe I can get a dropper on him. So I'm gonna rig up the dropper real fast. Okay, so I see, looks like a brown. Wouldn't go after my dry, so rigged up a dropper. Yeah, right away. Actually saw that fish eat before my ant moved. Pretty cutthroat. Chill out, little dude. Chill out, little dude. Try not to get much fish. trying to get to the okay, up here so I get a better look, but man, it got real choked out. And then even the trail went in there. It's fun, but it's 1 o'clock. I got about a 2-hour drive to meet my buddy. I think we'll head back, have some lunch, go grab some groceries. Oh, all the mayflies. And call this a day. What a fun stream. This was absolutely outstanding. So yeah, I didn't change anything up. Fished the ant the whole time. 4X, about 8.5, 9 foot, 7.5 foot rod. So we'll say 7.5, 8.5 foot, roughly. Maybe it's 8. I didn't really measure it. Some of the stream was pretty tight. Other spots were pretty wide open. So casting over places and trying not to line fish. Good day. I saw a lot of fish. A lot of fish. Just hard to get to. It is. Choked out. You can see. Not a lot of places to get to the stream. Alright, so I don't know what part this will be, but check the title, check the description. If you missed a part, go back and see how I ended up where I'm at today. And then be going somewhere tomorrow. So like I said, this is an ongoing series. 2 to 3 month trip out west, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming. No particular order, just the way I randomly said it as I was hiking out after fishing for 4 hours. Man, it's a pretty valley. All right, appreciate you watching the video.